Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you for watching my videos again. So we're still working on this left-handed painting. Started blocking in the colors yesterday, and that's what I'm going to continue working on today. This is rather an acrylic on an 8x10 canvas, and I'm doing the entire painting left-handed. I know I've said a few times it's now in the other videos that my right hand is my dominant hand, and I wanted to teach myself how to use my left hand, and the goal is to become just as proficient left-handed as I am right-handed. And the goal after that, once I feel that I've become comfortable enough at least working left-handed, I do want to teach myself how to use both hands simultaneously. I don't know if you've ever seen someone do that, but it's just one of the coolest things, I think. Yes, I did have a leaf there. Okay. And then after that, who knows? Maybe my feet. That'd be pretty cool, right? So right now I'm not trying to put in too much detail. I'm just kind of giving myself a map to go by, sort of like a gesture and paint. And these paints that I'm using right now, this green and all except for the purple that's on her dress, are actually matte paints. Did not want to put that there. Oh, look at that, just wipe it off. They're matte paints, so they're not going to be as shiny when they dry, but I have this really cool medium that can be added to matte paint, or any kind of paint, or I think it can also be put on the canvas by itself. It's called Gloss Gel Acrylic Medium, and I use the Master's Touch brand. But you just mix it in, and then when it dries, it'll look like regular paint, or gloss finish paint. Matte paint is regular paint too, it's just not shiny. So give her put a few banana leaves from a banana tree in the background over here. Can't remember if I said this at the beginning of the video or not, just in case you haven't seen my other videos. For these challenges, I give myself 15 minutes to get in as much as I can. I was using just doing little ink sketches, I think, for the first couple 15-minute challenge videos, but then give myself something different, and also because I haven't really done much painting with my left hand yet, I decided to start this and just see the progress each week. And I've overstepped on the... See, the cool thing though about this panel of the umbrella that I just went over too far with the green paint is this one and this one are going to be transparent, so you would need to see probably something in the background. See, you could probably still see that in the background anyway. So that worked out. While I'm at it with these trees, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more to them instead of jumping around. And I'm using a couple different pictures for reference here. The background and also the umbrella. I'm using from photos that I took, and then the dress for the ruffles I found, I think, on Instagram, but I'm also going to change it just a little bit so to make it mine, which is part of using reference. You take a little bit of it, but you also make it yours, so you're not just copying it outright. It's the way it's supposed to be done, I think, if I understand the point of using reference correctly. I did have someone kind of shame people out of, know someone who kind of shamed people out of using reference, but then, from every other artist I've spoken with, use reference all the time, so I'll go with the majority on that one. I know right now there's not a whole lot of detail here, but what I like about building building the colors up and putting in, adding those details more and more, the more you really pay attention to what's going on, you see so many different shades of green, and as all in just like a leaf, or if in skin tones too. If you look, when we get to her, we'll see it's not just one or two colors. I do a lot of commissions for pet portraits too, and I just recently did one of a dog named Chunk, and when I used colored pencils for her portrait, and when I did it, that camera's really out of focus, isn't it? I'm sorry. When I did her portrait, I used just about every colored pencil that I had. There was so much color in her, and she was just the blue-gray color that a lot of pit bulls are. But when I really looked at her fur and paid attention to it, all the little tiny colors, there were pinks and lilac and different shades of blue, even some greens. It's just so much color in that dog, and that's the way it is in really anything that you could paint. If you really look, you'd be amazed at how many colors are in something that you may that at first glance you're like, oh, that's blue or green, or oh, that's just a lighter skin tone. Not so much. There's a lot. You just have to really look past what you can see with the initial first glance. I should be adding, kind of moving around here to add in more stuff, but kind of got caught up in the leaves. That happens to me. I'm gonna just work across the board real fast. Oh, hey, let me stay over here for a minute. Something shiny. Okay. Gotta love palm trees. They're pretty fun to paint. Don't really see them so much anymore, but I know when I was a kid, it seemed like near the beaches and stuff, without fail, by the palm trees, you'd always find those really, really small coconuts that could like fit in the palm of your hand. And I always marveled at them. I thought they were so cool. I don't find them much anymore. Maybe people find them before I can find them. I don't know. Well, let's see. I'm going to start blocking in her skin tone. Still got about 5 minutes left. Now, it's, like I said, I'm just blocking it in, so there's going to be a lot more in her skin. It's not just going to be this flat color, but for now, to see what I'm doing, just going to do that. And I'm using a yellow ochre by Master's Touch. It's a Hobby Lobby brand. I used to use a lot of Liquitex paint, and it's really good paint, but well, Master's Touch is often on sale, so lately I've been going with that one. And that's good paint too. It's good paint. And they've also, this one isn't, but they've also added a heavy body line of their paints to the Master's Touch line. So probably get some of those sometime. They are really great to work with. It's just this really cool feeling when you're painting with what's the word? I just said it. When you're painting with heavy body paints, it's thicker. And it's really neat. Sorry, trying to get a hold of my brushes. They're refusing to cooperate. All right. I used to work with oils before they started causing migraines for me, and I had to stop, but it was kind of easier, I'll admit, to block in colors with oils because you knew that the next time you started painting on them, the paint would still be wet, so you could just easily pick up where you left off and start blending them instead of having this strange color. But it's okay. Plus I have cats, and I think if I tried to paint with oil paint, one, the cat fur would get everywhere and have a very fuzzy painting, and two, they'd just go, oh cool, a new spot to lay down. I know them. But it's okay. And plus, if I wanted to use, at some point wanted to have the acrylics behave like oil paints, I don't know if you guys know this, but they actually have things that you can add to your acrylic paint to make them behave like oils. I haven't really tried them. I'm just starting to get into, her leg's getting out of control. I'm just starting to get into the different mediums to add to the paints, so I couldn't recommend any of them in particular right now, but I've mostly used like texture gels so far, which are pretty fun, and iridescent medium, which is neat. So just stuff for effects really, instead of changing the way the paint is. Can't remember. Sometimes my lines on here confuse me. When I'm drawing, sometimes I'll just jump right into inking a part if the lines start confusing me. Can't really do that when I'm painting. That's okay. Alright. We're about to run out of time. My alarm will go off any second, really, I think. But for 15 minutes, I think we made some decent progress, right? Go ahead and map that in just a little bit too. So this part is going to be lighter and a little more maybe diffused, for lack of a better word at the moment, because it's going to be in that transparent panel. So I'm just kind of very loosely mapping that in. And there we are, we're at 15 minutes. So thank you for sticking out with me and watching my videos. I hope that you've enjoyed your time with them, and maybe it's inspired you to start working on a painting or drawing or any kind of art project, really. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have any critiques or advice or anything you'd like to say in the comments, please feel free to comment down below. And also, if you like these videos or you know someone who would, please feel free to share the link. I'd appreciate it. Today is Friday, so I hope you guys have a great weekend, and take care, and thank you again for spending your time with me. Bye-bye.